Mary Elvira Ella Shanks Stevens. April 21st was the birthday of Mary Elvira Ella Shanks, born in 1860 near Pachuta in Clarke County, Mississippi, and was the oldest child of John and Mary Shanks, born prior to her father's enlistment in the Civil War. She's still living at home, listed as a farm laborer on the family farm when her father passed away in 1881, and she was the oldest of 10 children, ages 1 through 17 years old. Her younger sister Susan Corrine died in 1884. She married Christopher Rankin Stevens on 2 December 1887, when he was 26 and she was 27. First they lived and farmed in Quitman in Clarke County. In 1900, they had 4 of their 6 children living at home, including Cecil Rankin, 1890-1974, Clyde Adams, 1892-1960, Ella May, Heber Clarence, 1899-1976. The next year would bring Laura Lurleen, 1901-1979. Brother Chester Shanks Stevens died young in 1899. By 1910, the family had moved to Smith County. Cecil would marry Annie Lee Rowland and move to Scott County. They had children Elray, Irma, Bessie, John, Melly Jewell, Willard, Benny Weldon, and Audrey Janelle. Clyde married Ruby Davis, and they moved to Concordia, Louisiana, where he was a mill foreman. Their children were daughter Belva and son Dean. Heber Clarence also moved to Concordia and worked as a carpenter in the sawmill. He married Vernie, and they had a daughter named after her mother. They lived next door to sister Lurleen, who married James Sumwell, also a carpenter at the mill. Living with them is her 69-year-old retired father, Rankin Stevens. James and Lurleen had children Jimmy, Robert, Marie, Francis, Wanda, Charles, and Rebecca. Ella died May 20, 1913, and Rankin would never remarry. He moved the family to Lee Bayous in Catahoula Parish, Louisiana prior to 1920 and continued to farm, with Clyde, Heber, and Lurleen living with him. By 1930, at age 69, Rankin was retired and living with his daughter Lurleen and her husband James P. Sumwell and their family in Concordia, Louisiana. In 1940, Rankin was found living with his son Clyde and family in Concordia. He died in 1941 and was returned back to Smith County to be buried next to his wife Ella. She is buried in a little roadside cemetery in Wally, Smith County, Mississippi, near her husband. Her tombstone reads, "I will be done," and "faithful to her trust, even unto death."